Lose the unnecessary so that the necessary may speak. And that allows us to see better when we don't have so much moving and so much information around us. The lines, or I call them gestural marks, are actually just kind of represent the rhetoric that we're exposed to in society constantly on the news, radio. We're inundated with all kinds of information. And so those are just kind of a subtle thing that's in the background that I build layers over, and I kind of push it back, because what I want the viewer to do is to be able to leave all that behind and find a place to just be. In the Western philosophy, we put everything we know into everything, and we like lots of stuff, and the Eastern philosophy is more simple and quiet and more open spaces. The circles are the universal symbol of oneness, and they represent a quiet journey that we're on. And a lot of times I'll put some squares in the pieces, and those represent man, and so it creates like a tension between the two. Because I do design somewhat the composition ahead of time, make little drawings and see how things move on the canvas, and if I like it. I'm constantly in and out, putting in, taking out, in and out, because I have to make it work. And sometimes you think this will work and it doesn't, so you take it out. But then there's that wonderful little hint, that you can still see of my process in it. And I think that's exciting to see what the artist is thinking. And so I allow some of that to still come through the work. Very pushed back in the layers. Color's seductive, it will seduce you. And I didn't want the paintings to be about that seduction of color. I wanted them to be more about an emotion of feeling inside that would connect you to that inner part of yourself. And so I limited the palette. And I use a technique that was done by the old masters, kind of a glazing technique, where I lay down layer after layer after layer. Sometimes as many as 40 layers can be on one piece. And this piece only has about 10 layers on it, so it has like another 10 at least, 10 to 25. So I'm going to move it down, and I'm going to go to the darker layers, and that I have to mix. And I eliminate a lot of things in the work. I start out, it may be more busy when I start, but it's a real process of elimination. Kind of like we are as individuals in the world. We get information, we put it in, and we let some of it go, and some of it we keep. So it's kind of has a connection to that process that we go through as humans. And I'm trying really hard to not make any kind of a political or social statement in the work. It's not about what we already know is going on in the world. So I wanted that inner peace, that inner glow. I wanted it all to come out into the work to connect people to the soul.